Before we begin this beautiful story, make sure to subscribe to the channel Speak English Fluently. Press the like button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our inspiring stories and English learning videos. Now, let's begin an amazing and inspiring story about honesty and trust. Hello, everyone. Today, I want to tell you a beautiful and inspiring story about honesty, truth, and trust. This is the story of one of the greatest human beings who ever lived, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. His life was full of kindness, patience, and most importantly, truthfulness. Long before he became a prophet, people already knew something special about him. They trusted him more than anyone else, and because of that, they gave him a very special title. They called him Al-Amin, which means the Trustworthy, a young man known for truth. Many years ago, in the city of Mecca, society was very different. People often cheated in business. They lied to gain money, and sometimes they treated others unfairly. But in the middle of that society, there was one young man who was completely different. That young man was Muhammad. He never lied, not even once. He never cheated anyone, and he always kept his promises. Because of this, everyone in the city began to trust him. If someone had something valuable, they would give it to him for safekeeping because they knew their belongings were safe with him. The trust of the people. One day, some merchants in Mecca were preparing for a long journey. They were traveling far away to trade goods. But they had a problem. They had gold, silver, and other valuable items. They needed someone trustworthy to protect these things while they were gone. The merchants started discussing, who can we trust? Who will protect our valuables honestly? After thinking for a moment, one man said, "Let us give them to Muhammad. Everyone knows he is Al-Amin, the trustworthy one." Immediately, everyone agreed. They brought their valuables to Muhammad and asked him to keep them safe, and he accepted the responsibility. Months passed. The merchants finally returned from their journey. Some of them felt a little worried. They had left very valuable items. Would everything still be there? When they met Muhammad, he welcomed them kindly. Then, one by one, he returned every single item, the gold, the silver, the belongings. Everything was exactly the same. Nothing was missing, not even the smallest coin. The merchants looked at each other in amazement. They said, "You truly are Al-Amin. There is no one more trustworthy than you." Even his enemies trusted him. Something even more surprising happened later. When he began teaching people about Islam, some people in Mecca became his enemies. They disagreed with his message. They spoke against him. But even those people still trusted him with their belongings. Yes, even his enemies believed in his honesty. They knew he would never betray their trust. The night of migration. Later in history, the prophet had to leave Mecca because people planned to harm him. This important event is known as the Hijrah. On that night, he was preparing to leave the city. But there was something important. Many people still had their valuables stored with him. He could have taken them with him, but he didn't. Instead, he asked his cousin Ali ibn Abi Talib to stay in Mecca for a few days. His mission was simple: return every item to its owner, even if those owners were enemies. That is honesty. That is integrity. That is true character. The test of truth. One day, the prophet called the people of Mecca to gather near a hill called Mount Safa. When everyone gathered, he asked them a question. He said, "If I tell you that an army is coming from behind this mountain to attack you, would you believe me?" The people immediately replied, "Yes, of course we would believe you. We have never heard you tell a lie." Imagine that. An entire city trusted his words completely. The lesson for us. This story teaches us something very powerful. Honesty is one of the greatest qualities a person can have. Money can disappear, power can fade, but trust stays with a person forever. The life of Muhammad teaches us, always tell the truth. Keep your promises, protect the trust of others, and never betray someone's confidence. Because a truthful person is loved by people and honored by God. Final message. Today, millions and millions of people around the world follow the teachings of Muhammad, not only because he was a prophet, but because he was an example of the best character a human being can have: honesty, kindness, trust. So let us try our best to follow this beautiful example. Let us become people who always speak the truth and always keep our promises. Because honesty is the path to respect, the path to trust, and the path to a better world.